What are the essential steps for winning your Social Security disability claim? Has your doctor told you that you're unable to work and that you should be applying for your Social Security disability benefits? Well, what's next? Do you apply for benefits? And how do you go about building a strong case? In this video, I'm going to answer all those questions. Now remember, to build a strong case that clearly proves your entitlement to Social Security disability benefits, there are some very key things that you need to understand. First is that you need to apply as quickly as possible, because waiting can hurt your claim. When you work, you become insured for Social Security disability purposes. That's the money that's taken out of your pay in the form of FICAs. And you normally lose your insured status after 5 years. So the longer you wait, the worse it is. The second thing you need to understand is that when you apply for your Social Security disability benefits, you can only go back 1 year. So if you waited 3 years, you're only going to be able to go back 1 year. So why would you want to wait? Now, step 3 with this is for you to understand that your information that you're giving to the Social Security Administration is key. You want to provide them with the names and addresses of all medical providers that you've seen, regardless of whether or not you think that medical condition that you've gotten treatment for is disabling or not. Why? Because we Social Security lawyers argue each condition individually and the combination of those medical conditions, arguing that you are either meeting a listing at step 3 or that you can't return to the lightest job you held in the 5 years before your claim was adjudicated at step 4, and at step 5 that you can't do other work in the mythical, hypothetical, not real world national economy. The third thing that's important is for you to give a consistent medical history to your doctor and a medical history of your symptoms and functionality. If your doctor asks you how you're doing and you say you're fine, that does not help your case. You want to make sure that you are giving a really good interval history of what your symptoms are and how those symptoms impacted your ability to function. So for example, doctor, I've had 5 migraines since I saw you. They lasted 3 days. I was in a cool, dark room. I was nauseous. I was vomiting. I was, unable to function. My spouse had to provide me with meals, and the only time I got up was to use the restroom. So it's important that you're giving an accurate history of your symptoms and functionality, and that there is consistency in this history. The next tip, number 4, is that you get regular medical care and make sure that your doctors are documenting your symptoms, your limitations, your treatment, and your response to that treatment. Remember, a diagnosis alone isn't going to get you your Social Security disability benefits, because you have to establish that you're unable to do your past work or other work in the national economy. The next tip is don't miss consultative exams. I know it's a pain in the rear end, and in fact, it's not uncommon that Social Security will send my clients to an OBGYN or to a podiatrist for an evaluation, or even a pediatrician. Now that's crazy. They have no expertise in your medical condition, but you've got to go. And of course, we'll ultimately attack that as being a faulty evaluation. These are just some of the tips that you need to know so you can submit a winning Social Security disability application, and if your claim is denied, how to successfully appeal. If you have any questions about your rights to your Social Security disability benefits, call us at 727-894-3188 and check out our other videos that explain the application process.